no power with what it is in the moment, it will become worse. Curious, compassionate, conscious, connected, and clear. Curious, compassionate, conscious, connected, and clear. Probably the two most important are curious and compassionate. Compassionate holds the space while your curiosity allows clarity to appear and consciousness to appear. Compassion holds the space. Compassion holds the space. Most people think that compassion is not reacting. Most not reacting is just waiting, not compassion at all. The road to enlightenment is not filled with intellectual concepts. The road to enlightenment is filled with experience. If you're not willing to dive into the experience and take it all on as you, the road to enlightenment has not yet appeared in your life. You may have a lot of intellectual faculty. You may have a lot of things that you have read. But until compassion is fully engaged, the road to enlightenment is not anywhere near. Now, it's not to say that you can't scold the mirror. Because scolding the mirror is a way of getting through to the self. But if you scold the mirror without compassion, the self doesn't listen. If you scold a young child without compassion, I mean, it's still a mirror, but you can see it very clearly. If you scold a young child without compassion, the young child just wonders, who's the jerk in the room? Doesn't listen to a word of the lesson, just wonders who's the jerk in the room and when are they going to leave. And you can deny all of this because you have forever. And if you want to take forever, go ahead. Because you can take forever, it doesn't matter. Right now is no quicker than forever. Because forever has no measure. And right now is a part of it. But at some point in time, even in scolding, you must have that connection. Otherwise, you've created another karmic cycle that you're going to have to reach. You're going to have to resolve. Every time you deal without connection, without that sense of this is me, every time you deal, you set up another debt. And that's one side of karma. Karma is asset and debt. It's just a balance sheet. And some of you have relationships that are perfect for you because they are so annoying. Those are the ones that are really going to get through stuff quickly. You may have 7,000 lives with an annoying relationship. You could cut it down to 2,000 lives. Left, I meant 7,000 left before you fulfill your destiny. Or if you were to have had 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 15 lives left with a really challenging relationship, you can do it in one, but you must connect that it's you. I'm not recommending challenging relationships, but then again, Recommendations mean nothing. Listen to this quote. Power is powerless. Power is an illusion. Look at all the wars that are going on in the world. Every single one of them says, if I hit you hard enough, you will give up. You will say, oh my goodness, you're right. No. If you hit hard enough, this one will just wait until they can hit you harder back. Maybe it'll take 50 years. Memory serves those very basic desires. What we're looking at in the world is not who's right or wrong. What we're looking at in the world is a mirror. What part of you is so diluted that I cannot see? That is, and Gandhi is often quoted as saying, be the change you want to see in the world. That's actually a quote from the Buddha. Excuse me, that's a quote from Lord Krishna, from the Bhagavad Gita. And that's exactly what it is. Be the change. In other words, you see what you see, be the change. And if you've been gifted characters in your mirror, cherish them. Don't admonish them. They're bringing an aspect of you for you. Cherish them. They're bringing an aspect of you for you. You may not understand what that aspect is all about in the moment. How many people like explosions? Raise your hand. Really? How did you get here? How did you get here? Did you drive or did you walk?
Combustion.
How did you get here? It's a question.
Drove.
How many explosions did you use to get here?
Quite a few.
Oh my God, thousands, tens of thousands to get here. What was the difference? They were, it's a C word, they were contained. You need to get something off your chest because you've been dealing with it for 1,000 lifetimes? And there it is, an opportunity standing in front of you to get something off your chest? Say, thank you very much for allowing me to blow up. Yeah? But make sure you don't blow up without being contained. Contained by compassion. Because if you do blow up without being contained by compassion, and that which is standing before you is such a gift, then you have just created a multiple of that which you had to get off your chest. That's why we have so many lives available, because we will make those mistakes. But the key to being connected in the midst of your mistakes, to still being connected in the midst of your mistakes, is the first sutra of the Aquarian Age, which is see, recognize, say it. Recognize the other as you. And if they say person, it's only a part of the whole deal. Because it could be a circumstance, a place, a situation, a person. It could be a memory, it could be an idea, it could be anything. Actual and virtual. It's you. This is very important right now because we're in the midst of summer. Summer is in the hemisphere when it's summer, which it is in the northern hemisphere right now. It's big light, and big light gives big vision. You see everything. That's why crops grow in big light, because they're getting massive amounts of information, and they're responding to that information as nourishment. Isn't it interesting that this body is literally a peacock's tail? It's just that. Thrown through a gazillion mirrors and prisms and lenses, etc.